but I put it out there and we keep improving and moving forward. So I think it is about not waiting for perfect. Just step
Yeah.
into it, start doing it, realize that you are at the beginning of a new thing, a new chapter, and you're gonna walk before you run and just give yourself some grace to be not perfect.
Welcome to the Sold Right Away podcast, where realtors stop playing small and start marketing like top producers. I'm Maud Leger, real estate marketing strategist and business owner obsessed with one thing: helping realtors build brands that attract listings, generate leads, and actually convert. Every week, I sit down with top performing agents and industry leaders to break down what's really working in today's market. No fluff, no theory, just real conversations and strategies you can implement right away. If you're ready to stand out, scale intentionally, and win more business, you're in the right place. Let's get to work. Today, I've brought on Diana Cassidy-Bush, realtor and true business owner, sharing her take on why the agents who win are the ones who tune out the noise, get ruthlessly clear on their priorities, and build a schedule that actually protects their goals. Let's get to my chat with Diana. Hi Diana, thanks for joining us on the episode today. Tell us a little bit about how did you arrive to real estate?
Yeah, so it was kind of a fluke. I was in horticulture for 20 years prior to getting into real estate. I worked for others for many years, and then I spent 10 years building my own business. I had a landscape design and build company for 10 years, and I just was getting to the point with that business of feeling that it was getting difficult to find people that enjoyed doing outdoor labor. So I just thought, how long am I going to be able to continue on my own? And I had built it to a size that it was no longer something that I could do on my own. I went soul searching and I really knew I had built a very good clientele. I loved working in the area that I was working in and serving, and I wanted to find a way to continue to do that. So, after, thinking a lot about it, I decided that real estate was something that my husband and I had done a lot of trading with. We had some rental properties as well as we live in our third home that we had bought and sold. And so we just kind of decided together that that would be a good step. And it was great. It turned out great.
It was Yes, from soul searching to top performing realtor. What was the moment for you that made you think, "Wow, I'm really good at this. This is my thing"?
I think that during the first year, it just really started to build and take off. And the fact that I had previously owned a business and had a good base that really helped me to get off the ground running very quickly. And a lot of the principles that I used during my first business, they served me very well in that business and have continued to serve me very well. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Transferable business skills, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What's the one thing that you're really good at as a realtor?
I would say one thing that I have been very successful at is just having honest conversations with people and not being afraid to have tough conversations. I find that now having a team, that is one thing that I do find people struggle with, is just having being able to open up the conversation and say things that, people don't necessarily want to hear, but need to hear to make smart decisions. So, yeah.
Wow, I love it. Don't want to hear, need to hear to make the right decision. And
Yes.
is that something that you would have learned as a previous business owner, or did you learn that skill as a realtor?
So I would say that just in my years of, my working life, and I would attribute it to how I grew up as well. Uh, I grew up on a family farm. There were six kids, and my parents. And, we didn't really sugarcoat anything. I mean, I do sugarcoat it now, but there was a period of time in my working life too where I was did some management training, and I found that when you're, meeting with people and trying to train them to do, create a better life for themselves, that sometimes it's hard for them to see a path forward.
Yeah.
They see things in a certain light, and unless you bring it to their attention, they have a hard time seeing it from another perspective. So, and most times with an honest conversation and being approachable, people appreciate it, and it helps, light the way forward.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Speaking of like conversation and things people don't want to hear, what would you say is one valuable lesson that you have learned in your career? And then how did you apply that lesson to be successful?
I would say just, working hard, not being afraid to have a conversation with people. So whether that's picking up the phone, following up, listening and finding out what people's goals really are, and then helping them to shape a plan that will get them to their goals.
Yeah, no, for sure. What would you say is the key to your success as a realtor, other than the conversations?
I would say just always trying to improve on, just always be looking for a better way. I think that, it's important not to stay stuck or set on one way of doing things. As soon as you master one skill, it's time to learn the next skill.
Yeah, love it. Do you have a process for improvement? Is it through goal settings? Is it through a year review of your business? How do you approach that?
Yeah, so I I'm a soul searcher. I like to write down my goals and then revisit them very frequently. And and I've learned over the years, like there's so much noise out there in what you should be doing. I think it's important to break it down into smaller bites. It's fine to have a big list, but don't think that you're going to get everything done at once. Just choose your top priorities and focus on getting, you could get other things started, but get some things accomplished, and then move on to the next. And I do that annually. I do that, weekly, monthly. It's just something that I always keep an eye on. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, this is really, really good for anybody to hear. Even I'm a goal person, but to hear it, it's just refresh the memory on, yes, don't try to do everything. There is lots of noise. You are absolutely right there. Trying
Yeah,
to do it
you
all.
can get to a point where you feel like you're never gonna get there. Like you're never gonna be exactly what you want to be because the list is so long. So,
Yeah.
I am one, write it all down, get it all out, put it on paper, and then figure out where you want to start, and then I remember early on in my career, I went to a seminar put on by a coaching company. And one of the, so they laid things out very, very well. But I remember coming home from that conference and just, writing everything out that I wanted to accomplish about what I had learned there. And so that would have been, I would say 8 years ago. I'm now just getting to the bottom of the
Through,
list, through the
wow, and you
list.
kept the list. Yeah,
Yeah.
you kept the list for 8 years. You just keep
Mhm.
using it.
Yeah, but again,
Wow,
it's
how do you?
when you can look back
Yeah.
on your history and say, like at the time, I literally thought I could get it done the same year.
Wow.
And that's just being naive and and ambitious, but also it's important, like I say, not to get overwhelmed, just to choose, the first priority and start working on it.
Yeah. How do you not get like you said overwhelmed with other now the next seminar or like within the 8 years something else you've learned or something else that changed that should be added?
So, yeah, I always reevaluate that list and other things that I want to do. But I have learned to shut the noise off. That's what I've learned.
Wow.
I've learned not to get caught up in the new shiny toy syndrome and kind of think about how I could apply things that fit my business and not just feel like I have to scrap everything and start over. So, yeah, just keep building on the foundation that you start with.
Yeah, really good. What's working and what's gonna take you somewhere, right? Yeah.
That's right.
What would you say is a business process or a business habit that you cannot live without?
My calendar. So I early on, I think that I was very reactive to clients and putting everyone's, to-do list ahead of my own. Over the years, and it's something I'm always working on as well, is that perfect week or the perfect day, and setting time aside during the day to work on priorities, things that move my needle forward, not just the client's needle forward.
Wow. Yeah, I love it. It's a mindset shift, right? To realize that and then to actually apply it.
Yes. Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes time. I've been 10 years yesterday. Sorry, Monday was 10 years that I've been selling real estate. So,
Congrats.
it just, the first year that I started to work on the perfect week or the perfect day, it was, it was a mess. And most days it is a mess, but at least,
Yeah.
you're not losing sight of your priorities along the way, and you can find another spot to put it in there.
Yeah. No, totally. 'Cause if not, you're just gonna be 10 years later and just been chasing the shiny object and accomplished
That's right.
nothing. So
That's
by
right.
having this mindset shift and this priority, you're really showing that you can be a top performer.
Thank you.
That's amazing. If someone was to shadow you for a week, what would surprise them about how you work?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I would say maybe, all of the things that my team take off of my shoulders and now run with. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell me more about that.
So, yeah, I have a fantastic team. Most of them have been with me for 6 and 7 years. And my admin team really are very strong. We communicate like many, many times during the day, and it's just delegating, knowing who is looking after things, kind of closing the loop. in communication of, handing things off and then knowing that it's been looked after, so it can come off of my mind. And
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, no, very cool. Delegating, right? Having a strong team and be able to delegate.
Yeah, and those things don't come overnight. The first year, the first year that you have an admin or a team member, that you are kind of getting to a position where they are a help to you and not just one more thing you have to do. It's an investment in time to
Yeah,
get them trained and get a system in place, and so that they can help you really lighten the load that you're carrying. Yeah.
totally. Totally. Very cool. If we were to shift gear a little bit and talk about marketing, what would you say in your business has worked in terms of marketing?
So I think, again, it's a very similar story. There is a lot of noise out there about what you should do, what you could do, and it is an easy space to get really overwhelmed in and feel that, you can't be doing, you want to do everything, of course you do, but focusing on what works for you and your personality, and figuring out where your audience is, and how to reach them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What would you say for you is currently working well or really well, I guess?
I would say that what is working well is that we seem to be more systemized in how we market now. We're no longer, blowing everything up and starting over. We've determined that we're not gonna invest money in paper advertising. Other than, we do have an office, so we have flyers that, as people are coming through town, they can stop and pick up information about our local listings and that kind of thing. But we now focus more on social media, just being online, having a good online presence, and keeping things current there.
Yeah, yeah, technically. Really knowing what's working and then not to, like you said, restart from scratch, right? A lot of agents, they get overwhelmed or noise, hearing the noise and just wants to refresh and redo and restart, but it's finding
Yes.
what's working.
Yeah, and even,
Cool.
we do a newsletter, like it's reaching out, keeping in touch with your database and other people in the industry through those newsletters. So that's been, again, it's not perfect. And I see what other
Yeah.
people are doing, and I just tweak. Now we just tweak. So it's,
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, just tweak it. Don't redo.
that's right.
Yeah, and another thing you mentioned is not perfect. I like that because sometimes agents will hold on to something until it's perfect, but then they're a year later and nothing was done. So do it and tweak it.
That's right. So I started a podcast of my own, I guess it was just a year ago now. And um, I knew that I wasn't ready. I wasn't good on video. I didn't feel good on video. I didn't feel good about speaking in public, like just a shy, kind of introverted person. And, the, th- just my comfort level now, being in front of people, speaking, being on camera, it's totally transformed my confidence level there, which I feel translates and allows me to do more of those things that I wanted to do. It's just starting. The first few episodes are not perfect, far from perfect, but I put it out there, and we keep improving and moving forward. So I think it is about not waiting for perfect. Just step
Yeah.
into it, start doing it, realize that you are at the beginning of a new thing, a new chapter, and you're gonna walk before you run. And but you know where it's leading you. You know that,
Mm.
as time goes on, it's going to improve, and just give yourself some grace to be not perfect.
Wow. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Very good. This is so great to hear. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
We have a rapid fire question segment of the podcast. Some
Okay.
we already talked about, but I may just throw in a couple extra ones if you don't mind.
No,
So, number one is, what is your best marketing strategy right now?
being consistent. I think that's
Love it.
the best thing you can do is just stay consistent.
And what is your best social media tactic for real estate growth?
I would just say a variety of different, sorry, content. Yeah, a variety of different
Okay,
content. Yes,
we
just,
can stop
get your
and then we
brand,
can.
get lifestyle out there, have some video content, have some data content. Yeah, just again, stay consistent and put a variety of things out there, including some personal stuff. I think that always lands really well with your clientele and audience.
Yeah, true, true. Throwing some personal stuff in there always helps.
Yeah,
It's to make you relatable, right? People will relate to you.
that's right.
Yeah. What is your top income generating activity?
Picking up the phone and talking to people.
Okay.
I'm also very involved in the community, so just being out there and talking to people and getting to know people. That's been a great way for me to generate business.
Love it. Love it. And how do you win more listings?
I think again back to those honest conversations, being able to talk to people about what the market's really doing, not overinflating prices just to get a listing, and then seeing the results of that with sold, and also providing feedback to clients, keeping in touch with them when they're on the market, because it is a very nerve-wracking time for people to be on the market. And our market is not one of those fast-moving markets. We are on market for a lot more days than a longer, than a more populated area. But it's just keeping in touch with people and keeping them up to date with what the market is doing, what feedback they are getting from showings, and all of that kind of thing. Having those honest conversations.
Yeah, back to the full circle. And once you get a listing, how do you leverage your listing?
So we leverage our listings by in lots of different ways. I think that by having listings, it helps you to get other listings. I think that also, when we have buyers who inquire about our properties, we have a good idea of what the buyer, what buyers are out there, what they're looking for, what segment of the market is active, what their priorities are. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, very good. And what is a quote or a mantra that keeps you going?
Do the right thing no matter who's looking.
Yes, I love it. Doing the right
Or do
thing,
the
huh?
right thing even when nobody's looking. Yeah.
Nice. Yes, I love that. Very cool. What's the best advice you've ever received?
That's a tough one. I would just say, you know, I would say that growing up on the farm, and learning how to work hard at a young age has served me very well throughout my life in many different situations. And yeah, just not being afraid of hard work.
Yeah, I love it. Very true. Everyone has their own definition of success. How do you define success for yourself?
So I think that success to me means not just having, some money in the bank, but having a team that supports me and having some time back. That has been, that to me is success. You actually have a business and everybody's pulling in the same direction, and I get to have a life outside of just having a business.
Yes, yes, I love that. This is great. It's like peaceful.
Yeah, you get to have some peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not in May, not April, May, and June,
No,
but
I get that. Yeah, but it's
yeah,
okay because in June, then it'll be slow until
that's
September,
right.
so it's okay.
Yeah.
If there's one piece of advice that you could leave for all other realtors right there, what would it be?
I think that the advice would be just to quiet the noise and to listen to yourself, give yourself some space and define what you want your life to look like, and try and just take one step at a time and work towards that.
Totally, totally. I love it. Very consistent. Very good. And there's no magic recipe, right? It's just
No,
consistent hard work. Keep doing it.
that's right.
Nice, nice. And before we end today, is your plan to finish the year strong this 2026 year?
So my plan to finish 2026 or the next 3 quarters is that to keep having those honest conversations with people. There are lots of people looking to sell and list right now.
Mhm.
I think that, at this point in time, it's really difficult to know exactly where the market is going. So just keeping, once we do see the direction start to set, keep having those honest conversations, keep making any adjustments that we need to serve the people that need to sell, and keep things moving.
Yeah, very true. Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing
Yeah.
all of this. It's wisdom that's super helpful for all agents out there.
Well, thank
Where
you.
do our listeners, where can our listeners connect with you? Can they find you online?
So I have a website, dianacassidybush.com. My podcast is called The Country Club Podcast with Diana Cassidy Bush, and it's all things real estate, lifestyle in rural and waterfront communities.
Wow, I love it. I love it. We'll make sure to add the link so everybody can find out about it.
Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today as well.
Yes, and thank you. Thank you for your time. That was great.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in the Sold Right Away podcast, where serious realtors come to think bigger and execute smarter to win more listings. If today's episode challenged you, sharpened you, or made you rethink how you're running your business, don't just listen and move on. Subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a realtor who might need to hear it. And now I want to know, What's the marketing bottleneck in your business right now? Is it leads, visibility, branding, conversion, or consistency? Don't guess your way through it. Book a 15-minute call with me at soldrightaway.com. And let's build a plan that actually moves the needle. Until next time, work smarter, take action, and get more out of real estate.